Today I bought a fund account. I took one trade and we're plus 700. And in this series, I'm going to document from zero to getting funded and getting payouts. And I'm going to break down all the trades and what I think is going to happen next. Let's check out the trades I took today. Today I took a trade at New York Open, and what we got was this break of a bank block right there. And I discovered this mechanic by just studying the logic of bank blocks. Like, if we break something that's completely logical for us to break, then we're likely to pursue lower. And that's exactly what happened here. We got a break of a bank block that was completely logical for us to break. We had liquidity, and that tells us, okay, we don't want to pursue liquidity higher, we want to pursue it lower. So when we get that break, that's how I determine my bias. My strategy then is look for a liquidity sweep or some sort of inducement inside of that bank block and find a lower time frame order block. What do we get? Sweep, triple high, very clearly engineered liquidity, right? Break lower. Where was my entry? Right there. Why? Boom pattern, inducement. Retail goes short, stops above there. Sweep, stops. Okay, so that's what retail does. That's not what I do. I look at the entry of that. My entry was there. As we validated this 15-second bank block, stop loss above there. Logical for us to sweep this because banks went short there, right? Um, if we're wrong about that, then we're wrong in bias because that's a break of a bank block. That's why I'll trust my stop there. Where do I take hold my? Where did I hold my position? I held my TP1 until there, held TP2 until that low, and then I held TP3 until my standard deviation measurement. Where is that? It's in the move where the banks position themselves. If you think about, pause the video for a second, where are the banks taking the trade? This is the 9:30 opening candle. They take it right there. Okay, why? Boom. Manipulate, everyone goes short, a lot more volume in the regular trading hours. So everyone goes short in this initial fake out bearish. Where do they have their stops? Loud and clear up there. Sweep their stops. This is the move where the banks buy their shorts. Extend that by 2 to 2.5. That was my third TP. Very, very beautiful. Very, very happy about this trade. Um, what happens from there? Well, we did actually get another setup here. I definitely want to say, first off, we get this one here. Break above, sweep liquidity, find a lower time frame order block. Boom. That was one. Now, this one didn't hold though. Why? Because it didn't go down to the standard deviation. Um, so not a valid entry for a long-term short. However, what do we get here? 1 minute bank block right there. You can very clearly see it's the one banks are using as well. But we would have had our entry right there, stop below there. Pretty big stop. That also pretty big here. That's why I didn't size too heavy. Just 3 micros. That's what I traded with. What becomes our bank block? This entire move is our higher time frame one, and we do not anticipate this low to be broken. Now, what do we get? We get, do you see the liquidity inside here? In this little pattern here. Let's check it 5 minutes first. Um, this is what we have here. not very clean. Let's see. Yeah, we can do that. Break above, break above, break above. Very much, very clearly engineer liquidity below this. Stop loss. Retail stops there. Sweep below. Look for a lower time frame entry. In this instance, it could honestly be right there. Don't see a clean one. Um, or yeah, probably right there. Why? Because of this manipulation up. That there starts the bank block because that causes retail to go long. And you can very clearly see it's the one they refer to later. Um, so yeah, use and what then once you get a break of this high, that confirms our bank block, confirms our draw is up there. So that could have been some more setups. I'm feeling very confident right now in the trading, in the strategy, um, and I really look forward to documenting this journey. Follow for more. Um, my goal is that within 2 weeks we're gonna be funded, and within 1.5 months the first payout will have been sent out. Follow the journey, and hopefully I can teach you something. Hopefully you can teach me something. That's why I do this. I wish you all the best.